People hide everything except what truly controls them. Ask these 3 questions and you'll see it all. Most people don't lie to deceive you. They lie to protect the version of themselves they can accept. You'll never understand someone by what they say, only by what they try to hide. If you want to read a mind, don't search for logic. Search for the wound behind the mask. You can't heal what you keep pretending doesn't hurt. Denial is comfort, but it costs you the truth of who you really are. Most people don't fear the mirror. They fear what it reflects when no one's watching. You don't need answers. You need the courage to sit with the questions. You've worn so many masks. You've forgotten the shape of your real face. Growth starts the moment you admit, I've been lying to myself. We crave distractions not because we're lazy, but because silence reveals too much. Self-awareness is not light. It's a slow burning fire you learn to carry. You're not tired. You're just drained from carrying feelings you refuse to name. True awareness isn't knowing who you are. It's accepting who you've been trying to hide. The voice you silence the most is usually the one telling you the truth. The longer you avoid pain, the more it writes your story in secret. Self-deception feels safe until it ruins everything you try to protect. Your patterns know more about you than your plans ever will. Healing doesn't begin with answers. It begins with finally asking the right questions. Ask someone what they fear the most. You'll learn who secretly has power over them. Ask them what they crave in silence. You'll see the emptiness they keep trying to fill. Ask what they pretend not to care about. That's where their heart still lives. A single honest question can collapse the entire version of themselves they built to survive. People reveal more in hesitation than they ever do in full answers. Ask what they've never forgiven. It'll tell you what still owns them. Ask what they regret the most. You'll uncover who they still miss in secret. The question they laugh at nervously, that's the one closest to the wound. You don't need to ask much, just one right question, and the truth unravels itself. Ask them what they fear others discovering. You'll find the part they're still hiding from themselves. Sometimes the question that angers them most is the one closest to the truth. Ask what they'd change about their past. The pain is usually still alive there. What they avoid explaining is usually the one thing that shaped them the most. They won't always lie, but they will protect the part that feels most exposed. Every truth you seek is buried beneath a reaction they couldn't control. People don't act without reason. Every behavior is the survival response to something they once couldn't control. Cruelty is rarely power. It's pain wearing the mask of control. The way they push you away reveals how badly they once needed to be held. Most lies aren't meant to deceive you. They're meant to protect the liar's image of themselves. You can't understand someone's actions without understanding the wounds behind them. People often hurt others to avoid feeling powerless themselves. The stronger the performance, the deeper the emotional exhaustion behind it. Distance isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's the only way they know how to stay safe. Behind every overreaction is a part of them that still believes they're under attack. Insecurity doesn't always whisper. Sometimes it shouts through pride, sarcasm, or silence. We repeat patterns not because they work, but because they feel familiar, even when they hurt. The fear of being abandoned often creates the behavior that pushes people away. Some people destroy peace because they never learned how to live without chaos. We sabotage what we love when we believe we're not worthy of keeping it. Every broken connection carries a lesson about what we refuse to heal. You didn't lose them. You lost the version of you who still believed they'd stay. They didn't break your heart. They watched it break and chose not to stop it. Love didn't hurt you. Their inconsistency did. Their silence did. Their absence when you needed them most did. You became hard to love because no one stayed long enough to understand your softness. They never meant to love you. They just needed to feel loved. We don't miss people. We miss who we were before they changed us. You weren't too much. They were just too little to hold what you offered. Some betrayals are so quiet, you don't notice them until you can't feel safe anymore. They knew what would break you, and they still did it anyway. The most painful goodbye is the one that was never said, just slowly felt. You weren't asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person. They weren't emotionally unavailable. They were emotionally unavailable to you. You apologized for bleeding, while they were the ones holding the knife. The real heartbreak is realizing they felt nothing while you felt everything. You never lost their love, because it was never really yours to begin with. Letting go isn't weakness. It's choosing peace over chaos you can no longer control. One day, you'll thank the pain, not for breaking you, but for rebuilding you. Which quote felt like it was written just for you? Tag someone who hides their pain behind a smile.